Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today we begin week 4. Yes, the last episode of the journey for January 2026. It is amazing how fast the months are going to go by and the things that we're going to do this year. For those of you who are new to the journey, what is it? It is your life. It is the emotional, spiritual, and physical fitness journey that we are on from day to day life. Our quest is to pursue excellence in every endeavor because anything else is just not good enough. All right, so what are we going to talk about this week that's going to get you fired up and ready to do the right thing, to go out there, to stay physically fit, emotionally straight, morally, ethically, spiritually pure? How can I get you to move forward? How can I get me to move forward? Well, the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to start with the diet thing because I got several emails this week. It's very interesting to me when people ask me questions, things that I think are fundamental. You know, years ago I was a guitar teacher and I saw a master guitar teacher one time and I took this class. I've been teaching for years and I'm thinking, what can he teach me that I don't already know about teaching fundamentals? The first thing he did was teach you how to tune the guitar. And I'm thinking, I don't really recall ever teaching someone to tune the guitar. I just assumed people knew. And a lot holds true as a coach, where I look at diet and exercise and I think that everyone just naturally understands that stuff. And they don't really. A lot of times we don't. Sometimes I don't even understand it. But I want to share something with you this week. I'm going to be dropping some screenshots as I do this. I'm using my phone. This is what I am looking at. This is an app called MyNet Diary, MYNET Diary. You can download it in the App Store. There's a free version, there's a paid version. The paid version is like $60 for a year. I used the free version for a few days and decided, you know what, I like all of the features, and therefore I went ahead and bit the bullet and paid for the whole year. This app is going to help you with what you need to do. It's going to ask you questions. It's going to create a plan, a program just for you, the amount of calories, the amount of macros, all of those things. So this is really helpful. Today, I will tell you I've eaten 1,324 calories, have 334 more calories available for me, and quite honestly, I'm just too full to eat anymore. You know, when you eat healthy foods, it's you eat a lot and the calories aren't that dense. Focus on healthy, whole foods, things like that. But I'm going to drop some numbers right up here somewhere. This is what my day looked like as far as everything, my food, my macros. Macros are your fats, your carbohydrates, and your proteins. Those things like that. Protein, I did well on. Man, I really, my macros look really good today. It's been a good day. I could have eaten more. My calories could have been a little higher, but I'm where I need to be. As of the release of this video, I'm 3 weeks post-surgery, which is a good thing, which means I'm halfway to being able to work out lightly with cable machines. My doctor kind of got on me. He's like, you know, you're doing a little too much. You got to be careful. You're going to injure yourself. Don't test the repair. Don't be a crazy person. But it did give me the ability to at least go out and ride my Spider, which I am very grateful for. So I've walked right at 6 miles today. I've gotten 11,300 steps as of this particular moment. My diet's been spot on. So where's my weight this week? I've lost a half pound. But as I was saying, I get these emails where they go, hey, coach, could you share with us? Actually show us what you do. So what I decided I was going to do is to keep these things short is I would do a couple of meals a week. This week, I'm going to show you what I eat for breakfast every day. So here you go. Here it is. All right. I'm not a chef. This is a real guy in a real kitchen doing his real thing. This is what my breakfast looks like. I had a question about that in email on meals. So I'm going to be doing a breakfast this week, a lunch next week, and a supper the next week. And this is what my breakfast looks like every day. Take a little Pam. I just coat it. That's it. One, two, three, 4 egg whites is what I'm going to do. I bring my garbage can over for my debris. Anyway, again, I'm not Julia Childs. I don't break an egg as good as some professional chef, that's for sure. There's the yolk. I don't eat the yolk. I just do 4 of them. This is my staple. I do this breakfast virtually every single day. If I'm on the road, I may have to, compromise a little bit, but by and large, 90% of my breakfasts will look just like this. There's 4 of them. That's how long that took. Real time. I've got my burner set to low, and I'm just going to start me a timer right now just to see how long this takes, because I never timed this. Sitting here at 5 seconds, 6 seconds, whatever. If you want to know what my burner's set on, you can see it's down low. This is the cup I use. I use a small coffee cup is what I would consider it. You know, in the world today, now we drink out of these giant mugs and stuff. But this right here, if I were to measure it exactly, is it exactly a cup? It's close enough. So what I do, just take that, get the cold water running in it, let it sit like that. Take my strawberries, top off. Look at it for any rotten spots on it, nothing. Cut it in half, drop it in the water. That one's got a soft spot on it, cut that off there. Cut it in half, rinse it off, drop it in the water. Dump out the water. The strawberries have cleaned. That's what I've got. Is it a full cup? Close enough. It's a cup of halves. There you go. So now we're back over here. My strawberry halves are all done. Put them on the table. That's what the egg's looking like. Nothing fancy, huh? What I do, add a little Louisiana hot sauce to it. There you go. That's it. And black pepper. Grab a little spatula, and I just flip it over kind of like you would do an omelet. Cut a couple of holes in it just to let it cook all the way through. Is that the Julia Childs technique? No, it is not. That's the Coach Bob method. You can see right now we're approaching 5 minutes. So you can tell I've got the burner on super low. Let's flip this bad boy. Nothing fancy. Boom, there she is. If you're saying, Coach, you didn't put any salt on it, you're right. I did not put salt on it. I will put either a little garlic salt on it or some regular table salt after it's cooked. I found that if I put it on there while it's cooking, I end up using a lot more salt. I end up double salting it. So, yeah. It seems like when I cook it, the salt kind of disappears, and I want the flavor of it, and the flavor when it's on top just seems to be more effective to me. You can do what you want to do on that, but that's what I do. That looks about right to me. 7 minutes. I rinse my frying pan, I dry it off. So you can see it's a simple breakfast, less than 10 minutes start to finish. That's cutting everything up, prepping everything, eating everything. So let's talk about the breakdown of this breakfast. And is there anything else I do? There's actually one other thing that I do. I'm cutting my eggs all up. I don't like my food being really crazy hot, just kind of the way I am. So you may like yours hot. You could eat yours right then, but I cut mine all up, let it start cooling off a bit. Get something to show it to you. This I drink before I cook. It's called AG1, Athletic Greens. It's like 40 calories. And of course, like most Americans, I have a cup of coffee with creamer in it. That is my indulgence, is my creamer. You hear Coach Vic, she's talking to the granddaughter on the phone. But that's my indulgence in the morning, is my coffee creamer. But the AG1, honestly, nutritionally, I think it's good for me. I don't get colds and sick and all that stuff when I take this stuff. I always seem to feel better when I take it. Honestly, I don't like the way it tastes. It looks it's a really, really, really finely ground powder. I mean, it is like dust. I drink it every day, 7 days a week. Keep it in the refrigerator. You mix it with a little bit of water. You shake it up, and you drink it up. Now, of course, it's an advertisement. It's not my advertisement, but basically this is what they say. It's a blend of 75 vitamins, 75 plus vitamins and minerals, probiotics, and whole food sourced ingredients. It supports energy, gut health, digestion, stress, mood balance, brain, nervous system function, immune health, healthy aging, and nutrition replacement. It's diet friendly for vegetarian, vegan, paleo, keto, halal, all that stuff. It's free of GMOs, gluten, dairy, lactose, egg, peanuts, animal byproducts, artificial sweeteners, and doesn't have a bunch of herbicides and stuff in it. Gonna put this back in the fridge. So this entire thing, this is my coffee, my creamer, my AG1, my egg whites, and my strawberries, 230 calories. So total, everything is 230 calories. So this little app, one of the things it does is it grades your foods. The egg whites is an A, strawberries is an A, the coffee is a B+, the AG1 is an A. The only thing that I do that is A low gradient would be the coffee creamer, and that's a C+. Everything else is very, very clean in this meal. So there you go. You can have a nice, healthy breakfast that is macronutrient and tastes good, simple to fix. Takes just a few minutes. So I want you to know the calories I'm speaking of in this video. I'm showing 230 calories. You could subtract 70 calories of that if you simply don't do the coffee creamer that I do. I am very indulgent. That is my one indulgence that I'm just unwilling to compromise on. I enjoy it, and if I have a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet, having my coffee creamer in the morning is not a game changer. So pick the things that you're willing to compromise on and be okay with it. Work it in to your program. Work it into your habits. But I want to talk a little bit about food and the things that we deal with. I can't speak for the world, but I can certainly speak for the United States. All right, I'm going to say something here that could be quite controversial, but I'm going to say it. They want you fat. They want you unhealthy. They want me fat. They want me unhealthy. All of the foods that we are sold, all of the fast food garbage, it's full of chemicals. It's full of things that make you go back for more. They want you addicted. They want you sick. They want to feed you junk that makes you sick so that you'll buy a pill. It's bad, it's dangerous, and we have to step off of that darn hamster wheel. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go out occasionally and eat some garbage. You can. Heck, you can do it every meal if you want to be unhealthy. You may even be healthier than me while eating crap. I have genetic things that I deal with my heart. But I'm going to tell you that if I ate this crap, I'd be dead already. It's easy to say no to it. You just have to have the willpower. It takes more work to go out and buy this garbage than it does just to say no. If you watch TV for more than 10 minutes, you're going to see 15 people dancing around in a garden like they're happy and feeling great while being morbidly obese, popping a pill and sticking a needle in their arm. Like this is what you need. What you need is to get out of bed in the morning and go for a walk. What you need is to eat whole foods, watch your calories, take care of yourself. That's what you need to do. You will feel better and you will be amazed at how many pills you can stop taking. I am now seeing advertisements on television for Botox injections. You know, it's like, where do we even go from here? It is total insanity. Ozempic. You know, yes, it'll help you lose weight, but sadly, you're losing 20% muscle as well. You know, last time I checked that heart, it's a muscle. Don't do this stuff if you don't have to. It's one thing if you're a diabetic and you need to do something radical to get under the wire so that you're not having to do insulin injections or something. But what I am begging you to step away from the pill counter and get on the dadgum gravy train of work. Yeah, I said it, gravy train. Go for a walk, get into the gym, make it fun, enjoy your life. It really does matter. This stuff's important. All right, I'm going to step down off my soapbox and leave it at that. We simply have to do better. I will grade myself at the end of this on how I did it with my diet, how I did emotionally, how I did spiritually this week. But I want to tell you that as you look at these macros and things on this, I want you to see what I'm doing. If you have questions, if you want things more finely explained, then tell me and I'll be more than happy to do it. So let's talk about the emotional man, the brain. This week, I've been looking at the book and reading this book, Limitless. You know, I've read this book before. I've got it on Audible, and I love to listen to things on Audible. But the big thing that I want to share with you out of this book by Jim Kwik, it's called Limitless by Jim Kwik, is an acronym that he has called ANTS. ANTS stands for this: automatic negative thoughts. Kill your ants. Identify the voices in your head that are focusing on what you cannot do. Those automatic negative thoughts. Start talking back to them. And here's what he's talking about on these automatic negative thoughts. Things like this. I always mess up on this sort of thing. I'm not good at that. You know, I've never been good at that. I just can't do it. You know, I just can't learn this. I'm just not smart enough. You know, other people are more talented than me. I just don't have the skill. I'm going to tell you When you're feeding your mind, feed it positive things that reinforce what you want to do, not what you don't think you can do. If you want to start a YouTube channel, go buy a camera and start a YouTube channel. Don't let the world tell you you can't. Oh, I'm not good in front of a camera. I can't speak articulately. Whatever excuse you have, throw it out the window and get to work on it. It can be done. Oh, I can't walk. I'm too overweight. Go out. If all you can do is walk to the mailbox and back, then that's where you start. All of the negative thoughts about the things we do, I can't learn. I have a reading problem. Then read children's books. Do what you have to do to move forward. Don't buy the lies. You are way better than you think you are. And by reading books like Limitless by Jim Quick, you are going to feed that machine in your brain so that you can do more. You'll be able to do more professionally, and you're going to be able to do more physically. So what about the spiritual man? So this week I've been listening to a book on Audible called On the Anvil by Max Lucado. This is a very, very good book, very simple read, but the spiritual truths that it drives home within you are going to help you. It's going to move you in the right direction, help you do the things you need to do. You know, Max Lucado has written a ton of books, and they're all these little simple little coffee table style books. They're easy reads. You read a chapter, 2 chapters a day. You don't feel like you've done anything, but you find them feeding your soul, and you feel better, and you're thinking differently. Max Lucado is a great place to start if you feel like I'm not a theological guy. I'm not really into the deep water stuff, but I want something that's going to change me, that's going to help me. Man, Max Lucado is a great author. So there it is, the physical, the emotional, intellectual, and the spiritual. Let's grade myself. What did I do this week? All right, let's start with the physical. I'm going to say physical, 70. I didn't do that well. My diet wasn't totally on target. It has been the last couple of days, but my diet has not been that great. And I allowed the fact that my doctor was telling me it's going to be a little slower getting back to full speed than I thought. It got to me a little bit. And so therefore, I kind of sat and sulked a little bit. It's not a good thing. I'm just being honest with you. So let's talk about the intellectual, the emotional side, the mental side. I should be spending more time reading books and less time thinking about reading books. So I need to do 20 to 30 minutes a day in that area, and I haven't been. And when I say the intellectual side, that's physically reading. Reading does something to you that listening to it won't do. So in that area, I'm going to give myself a 75. Pretty poor. So the spiritual side, where am I? You know, I don't think I did as well this week as I did last week, but I have been listening to the Max Lucado stuff, and it's got me moving in the proper direction. And that's why I'm not going to go with a 70 or something. I'm going to go with an 80. So an 80 is my high score of everything this week. So not really good. Although my results this week were better than my results last week, I just feel like I could have made a lot better effort. And that's what this is about. This isn't about just what you accomplish. It's the pursuit of excellence. It's being the best that you can be. All right, well, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. Leave comments down below on things that you want me to address. I will be sharing a couple of lunches that I'm eating, and then the next week I'll be sharing evening meals that I prepare. So there it is as far as that goes. Once I get back into the gym, I'll be sharing some mild workouts that I'm going to be doing, which honestly, if you're not an athlete, these mild workouts as I work myself through this hernia repair might be a good place for you to start as well. So there you go. I'm not going to be able to kill it for a long time. He's like, when you go back in the gym, I want a month of cable machine training, not really straining your core, and then a month of light dumbbells, and then a month of heavier cables, and then you can start pushing it a little bit. He reminded me of my age and said, don't feel like you have to go out and test the repair, Bob. You need to ease into this and do it right. And during the process, if you continue to lose weight as your visceral fat decreases, there's going to be less pressure on that hernia. And that's my goal. And that's why I have to watch my diet so closely, is so I can do away with that visceral fat. All right, well, there it is, another one in the books. I want you to do me a favor. Yes, you, go out by the motorcycle of your dreams. Eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. Now you go change your world.